There's a moment, brief, awkward, but incredibly telling, that could have just revealed everything about Mikey Moore's future. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. While Rangers are pushing hard behind the scenes to bring the teenage sensation back to Ibrox, the biggest hint yet didn't come from negotiations. It came from silence. And it's that silence that now has fans seriously worried. Moore has been one of the standout performers this season, electric, fearless, and playing far beyond his years. It's no surprise that Danny Rowe wants him back at the heart of his plans for next campaign. In fact, internally, Rangers would love nothing more than to secure another loan and build their attack around him. But here's where things take a twist. At the club's end-of-season awards, where Moore picked up the Young Player of the Year award, everything seemed set up perfectly. A celebration, a feel-good moment, the kind of stage where players usually drop hints, show appreciation, maybe even tease a return. Instead, something very different happened. When asked directly, "How much do you want to be here next season?" Moore didn't smile, didn't deflect. He said nothing. No commitment, no enthusiasm, just silence. And then he walked off. For a player who has previously spoken openly about loving his time at Rangers, that reaction has raised serious questions. Because this wasn't just avoiding the question, this felt deliberate. So what's changed? Part of the answer likely lies back in North London with Tottenham Hotspur. The 18-year-old remains highly rated, and there are growing suggestions that assurances may have already been given about his role next season. If that's the case, it would explain everything. Spurs are still facing uncertainty over their long-term trajectory, including which division they'll be competing in for the 2026-27 season. That alone could have a major impact on Moore's pathway. But if they remain in the Premier League, new boss Roberto De Zerbi is expected to be backed heavily in the transfer market, which could limit opportunities for younger players. Ironically, that scenario might still reopen the door for Rangers. Because if regular minutes aren't guaranteed at Tottenham, another loan becomes the logical step, and Ibrox, where Moore is already thriving, would be the perfect destination. There's also one major wildcard. If Rangers can go on to win the league and secure Champions League football, that could completely change the conversation. The chance to play on Europe's biggest stage as a key starter might be enough to tempt Moore back, regardless of his current stance. But right now, the biggest takeaway is impossible to ignore. When given the chance to reassure Rangers fans, Mikey Moore didn't take it. And in football, silence like that usually speaks louder than anything else. Right now, nothing is officially decided, but that silence has shifted the mood completely. Unless circumstances change, especially around Tottenham Hotspur or Rangers securing Champions League football, a return to Rangers looks far less certain than it once did. Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying today's video and you would like to see more and stay updated with the latest Rangers news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thank you, let's get back into the video. The old firm rivalry has never needed much fuel, but this latest flashpoint has taken things to an entirely new level, and one of Rangers' most iconic voices has now weighed in with a furious response. Ally McCoist did not hold back live on TalkSport, launching a scathing attack on Celtic over their controversial stance regarding away supporters for next month's Old Firm clash. At the heart of the storm is Celtic's refusal to allocate tickets to Rangers unless the Ibrox side agree not to distribute any to the Union Bears Ultras group, a condition Rangers have flatly rejected, referring the matter to the Scottish Professional Football League. And for McCoist, that demand crosses a line. I just want to mention quickly, Rangers have asked the SPFL to step in after Celtic refused to give away fans any tickets for the final Old Firm derby of the season, unless the Ibrox club's Union Bears Ultras group is banned. What followed was a mix of sarcasm and disbelief as the former Rangers striker tore into the logic behind Celtic's stance. I think Celtic are absolutely correct in this. I think they should actually tell Rangers the names of the fans they'd like invited to the game. Would Celtic rather do that? I mean, it's just embarrassing. The tone quickly shifted from mocking to outright condemnation. Well, it looks like that is what they are trying to do, which is a shambles. It's a disgrace, actually. McCoist didn't stop there. He also pointed to the wider context, referencing the chaotic scenes that unfolded the last time the two sides met at Ibrox. That match, played on March 8th, saw pitch invasions, fan clashes, and dangerous incidents involving flares thrown between sections. While acknowledging wrongdoing on both sides, McCoist made his stance clear. Celtic fans came on the pitch at Ibrox. Of course, the Rangers fans shouldn't have reacted the way they did, but if the Celtic fans didn't come on the pitch, there wouldn't have been any trouble at all. And then came the line that perfectly captures the mood of this escalating saga. But to start picking and choosing who they want to come to games, do me a favor. Plus, the fact it's not fair, it's absolutely not fair, and they should get it sorted. This isn't just a war of words, it's now a full-blown dispute with major implications. Around 2,200 Rangers fans were expected to attend the decisive league clash at Parkhead, but that now hangs in the balance. Rangers, in their official statement, made their position crystal clear. They see Celtic's condition as a threat to sporting integrity and a dangerous precedent for the future of Scottish football. They've called on the SPFL to intervene, stressing that matches of this magnitude should be decided on the pitch, with both sets of supporters present. Celtic, however, have doubled down. Their response frames the move as a safety-first decision, citing a detailed risk assessment and recent incidents involving what they describe as a clearly identifiable group linked to serious disorder. Now the spotlight shifts firmly onto the SPFL. A subcommittee will deliver the final verdict under league rules, a decision that could reshape not just this fixture, but how high-risk matches are handled moving forward. One thing is certain, with tensions already sky high, this old firm clash was always going to be explosive. Now it's become something far bigger than football. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.